Crazy Spartan here, and as always, before I get started off with the video, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support that you guys have been offering on the channel. Man, you guys have been killing it with the support here on the channel, so I just want to say thank you guys for all the support. If you guys want me to turn this into a real quick series before 2K26 rolls around, Shay was just released as the cover athlete for 2K26. So if you guys want to see me do any more of these reimagining builds before 2K26 comes out, y'all let me know. Y'all drop them down there in the comment section below. But yeah, I really do appreciate the support, man. You know, we're at 317 subscribers. So, you know, like I said, I just want y'all to know how much I appreciate y'all for that. Trying to make sure we're good with our live here. So we do have 2 people watching the video. What's up? Appreciate everybody stopping by. So I was gonna do 2 videos within one, but I'm gonna decide to just, you know, forget about it. I have a 2K wishlist video coming up. Spoilers. Yeah, 2K wishlist video coming up. So y'all make sure to, you know, stay tuned for that one. But we're just going to go in here. We're just going to do the reimagined Michael Jordan build for this one. So let's jump right into it. So this build is, like I said, a reimagining of Michael Jordan. Now, Michael Jordan, he needs no introduction. 6-time champ, 6-time finals MVP, 5-time regular season MVP, defensive player of the year, you know, 9-time all defense, 10 scoring titles. I mean, the guy is just a legend on all accounts. And yeah, so I created the height at 6'6". The stats right here are actually similar to Michael Jordan himself. So 6'6", 216 pounds, 6'11" wingspan. Okay. Now, if we continue onwards, I already have the stats laid out for you guys. So essentially, hold on just a minute. Oh, that tastes good. Alright, so now I know what you guys are saying. The layup stats and the close shot are really low. But to me, Michael Jordan was a better dunker than he was a better layup artist. Okay, when you think of athletic players that have a really good layup package, the one that comes out to my mind is Julius Erving. Okay, now if I was making a Dr. J build, these 2 would probably be the ones that I max out. Okay, but since the build system in 2K25 is so limited, they don't want people making demigods for obvious reasons. You know, you gotta pick and choose one, okay? So I went with, you know, 79 close shot, which gives us silver float game. Michael Jordan wasn't doing floaters back then. We get Hall of Fame aerial wizard, which gives us the ability to finish lobs and putbacks. I don't even remember Michael Jordan getting many lobs, which is crazy. So, unless I'm not fresh on Michael Jordan highlights, I've never seen him catch a lob. I could be wrong. The only lob I've ever seen him catch was, you know, there was one where he was, like, just swinging all over the rim and put his nuts in somebody's face. But anyways, that's besides the point. 98 drive and dunk. Now, this is what makes this build special, the fact that he has gold posterizer, which means if you're just so unfortunate to get caught at the rim, you're done for, okay? Similar to real-life Michael Jordan, you know, just ask Dikembe Mutombo, may God rest his soul. Anyways, moving on to the shooting of this build. Now, this is the thing. Michael Jordan was actually... would I say he was a below average shooter? He was an average shooter. I wouldn't call him below average, okay? You know, obviously he hit 6 threes in a finals game, which at the time was a record, I think. Curry might have broken that record, or somebody might have broken that record already. But now from the mid-range, Michael Jordan probably is one of the most deadliest mid-range scorers of all time. I wouldn't call him the most deadliest because, you know, a 7-foot demigod of Kevin Durant exists. However, and Kobe, and DeMar DeRozan, and Tracy McGrady. I could keep going on for days. But anyways, for the mid-range shot, this is what's going to make this build extremely deadly. Okay? We do have Gold Deadeye, which is going to, you know, reduce the impact of anyone closing out on us, so you ain't even got to worry about it. And the fact that he's 6'6", he's going to be able to rise over a lot of smaller guards and even a lot of smaller 2 guards. Set shot specialist on, you know, Hall of Fame. You know, Michael Jordan was known for taking set shots. He was never a pull-up type person. I mean, he'd, you know, lull you to sleep with the between the legs dribble moves and everything, and then just, you know, go for that midi. But set shot specialist is definitely going to help us knock down those shots. And then shifty shooter, which is going to help us make those high difficulty jump shots. So those are like your fadeaways, like I said, your dribble pull-ups. You know, when I say reimagining on these builds, this is if certain, I guess, attributes were changed about that certain player. So this is going to make Michael Jordan an extremely more better shooter. Okay, so there's that. Now, he does not have post-fade phenom, which kind of sucks. But, you know, like I said, this is give and go. This is kind of, or, you know, give and take. This is kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You give the build certain attributes, but you got to take away certain stuff from it. You see what I'm saying? So moving on to the three-point shot, 85 three-pointer. He's going to have bronze limitless range. Michael Jordan was not Steph Curry back then. They didn't really do a lot of three-point shooting, but this build can do some three-point shooting for you, so that's really good. And the free throw rating, obviously Michael Jordan was a really good free throw shooter, so you could take this build to the Rick and, you know, be just fine, or the Pro-Am, whatever you want to do. Pass accuracy, obviously the playmaking in this build was not the best. Now, I'm not expecting to, you know, be Kevin Love with this build, throwing outlet passes or whatever, so there's that. The ball handling is relatively decent. It's not going to be anything special. Now, I know Michael Jordan was known for doing those between the legs crossovers, but, you know, like I said, give and take. Now, the defense. I think the defense of this build is actually not as good as I wanted it to be. However, the defensive attributes do not matter. It's the person playing the defense that matters. I'm actually a pretty good defender when it comes to 2K. So, you know, if you know how to read passing lanes, if you know how to, you know, pay attention to what hand the character's dribbling the ball with, then you'll be just fine. Okay, as long as you know how to move your stick, and as long as you're staying locked in on defense, you're not jumping a whole lot, you'll be just fine. Okay, perimeter defense is going to have challenger on bronze, on ball menace on bronze, and pick dodger on bronze. Off ball pass is on gold, which is going to be really good for knocking the defender off the ball, which, you know, Michael Jordan was known as being one of the most relentless defenders out there. Steal rating at an 85. He does have silver gloves, so that's definitely going to help him, as well as gold interceptor. Now, Michael Jordan is very well known for getting into passing lanes. I mean, being that he had a 6'11" wingspan, that especially helps him out with that. So, yeah, there's that. Now, the block rating, I do have it at a 75. Michael Jordan was actually a really good two-guard in terms of blocking shots. Oh, that tastes good. Yeah, so he was one of the better two guards at chasing down shots. you know, for the block. I think Dwayne Wade has the most blocks out of any two guard. I could be wrong with that. But he does have high flying denier on bronze. So maybe on the rare occasion you may get chase down blocks. I don't know why they changed the name. 2K. Can we just go back to the old names, please? I'm tired of high flying denier. I'm tired of glove. What was it? Lockdown defender. I think that was the old badge. Lightning launch. That's quick first. You get what I'm saying. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the rebounding stats of this build. Michael Jordan, average rebounder. As long as you know where the ball is going to go, you know, pay attention to the shot and where it goes on the rim. Obviously, it hits the left side of the rim, it's going to go off the left side. Right side, going to go off the right side. Just paying attention to where the rebound goes, you'll be just fine. You have bronze rebound chaser, which is going to help you a little bit when it comes to grabbing those boards and getting out on the break, because this build is absolutely quick at 6'6", which is what we're going to cover next. Slippery off ball, that's just going to help us get open off the ball. Like I said, this is a reimagining build, so this build is going to play different when it comes to the original version of Michael Jordan versus this one. You know, the speed is at an 87, which at 6'6" is actually really decent. So there's that. The agility's at a 72. Pick dodger, on ball menace. Both of those are on bronze. You know, like I said, this build, the agility in this build, like the physicals for this build, are actually relatively decent. You know, out of a 5, I'd give it like a 3.5 in terms of that overall scale, in terms of the I guess the physicals of the build. And then moving on to the vertical. Now, obviously we know Michael Jordan has one of the highest verticals in NBA history. Some have put him on record as having a 48-inch vertical. That probably was not the case, considering that you have leapers nowadays like, you know, Zach LaVine, you know, John Morant, Shaedon Sharpe, just to name a few that probably may jump higher to Michael Jordan. But gold posterizer is what's going to make this build deadly. You know, the fact that he can pull up from the 3, he can drive past you because he's extremely quick, he's a, you know, two-way defender. I mean, this build's actually solid, like, overall. So we're going to go on ahead, we're going to move on to the name of this build. Similarities of Doug Christie, Lou Dort, and Shaedon Sharpe, which we just mentioned just a little bit ago. And the build that you're going to get is a score first 2-guard. Now, the only thing I don't like about this name is the fact that they don't mention that he's a two-way player, which we know Michael Jordan as being a two-way player, but there's that. I mean, other than that, when you put this build on a 99 overall, you're going to be able to change your, you know, animations to what you want to change them as. I wonder if we can get Michael Jordan's dunk style. We should be able to, right? We should be able to get Michael Jordan's dunk style. We do have Kobe's, Vince Carter's, Anthony Edwards, Julius Erving, LeBron, Zach LaVine. You got some of the best dunkers in the game with this. But no Michael Jordan dunk package, which is extremely dumb. See, that's the other thing, too. They limit you to certain animations that you would have had in previous 2Ks. You know what I'm saying? Hold on just 1 minute, you guys. I gotta take this call. Yeah. Alright, you guys, I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, so I just don't like how they don't show, like, you don't have certain animations unlocked when back then you could just choose any jump shot that you want to, which we'll cover my wish list in another video. It's probably going to be the next one after this one, unless you guys want to see me do more reimagining builds. But regardless of that, that's going to wrap it up for this video right here. I really do hope you guys enjoy these reimagining builds. We've kind of done something similar to this in the past, where we would cover, you know, previous builds from back in the day. I did make a Baby KD build. I think, yeah, I did cover that in our last one. If you guys haven't checked that one out, definitely go check that out. That was a really good build as well. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If y'all did, y'all drop a like, y'all subscribe. Make sure your notifications are on so that way you don't miss a video when I upload. Like I said, we did cover my 2-way 3-level shot creator, like very, very vaguely, I want to say. 6'4", 178 pounds, 6'10". Those are the stats over there if you guys want to copy them or if you want to make this build. He's actually a very good build. He's very solid. You know, as long as you know how to time your jump shot, you know, as long as you know how to attack the rim, he does get silver posterizer. So you're not going to get those full on-body dunks, you see what I'm saying? But he is going to be able to finish at the rim at a very good level. So I'm going to give you guys like 3 more seconds to copy this build down. But other than that, 6'4" with a 6'10" wingspan, similar to SGA, Tyrese Maxey, Steve Francis. Like I said, you get a 2-way 3-level shot creator. I mean, this build can basically do everything, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If y'all did, y'all drop a like, y'all subscribe. Make sure your notifications are on so that way you don't miss a video when I upload. And until then, you guys, y'all stay motivated, stay dedicated, always have that Mamba mentality, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Peace out.